EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
3rd and 2. Love with it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Love's throw taken in by Slayton.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26. Officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Catch made by Slayton. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Glove. Flushed out right. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On play action. Love to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And it's fielded at the 34. Oh, some strong running. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
Play fake. Here's Love.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it...
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And they'll get this down to the 10. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, Love. Flush to his right. That's complete, right around the 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Schwartz as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now.
He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Murray. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. Jackson. Flushed out right.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Love, they go play action now. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure. They got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Room past the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Love to pass. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Love now. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They go bootleg. Love. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.